Good evening. This is CTV News for Wednesday, May 22nd. I'm Patricia Vallone. Thank you for joining us. Well, it's an emotional day for family and friends. Today, a jury found 36-year-old Harry Easter guilty of multiple counts of vehicular manslaughter in a June 2011 crash that killed 3 people. CTV's Sonia Srivastava has been following the trial and has more from Upper Marlboro.
Well, a jury came back after just an hour and a half with a verdict. Harry Easter was found guilty on all counts, including vehicular manslaughter. And behind me, you can see that a family is celebrating. This is a family that's had to bury 3 members of their own family in one day. And so today they are celebrating and saying justice has been served. Timothy Demby, the lone survivor of the crash, says it was hard to relive the incident during the trial, but now can move on with his life.
From looking at him, I didn't see any remorse. I didn't see any of that. I just saw a man that was just trying to find a way to get out of it, you know, like a fly stuck between a screen and a window.
Justice is slow sometimes, but it's well worth the wait in the end.
It was June 5th, 2011. The victims, Eugene Johnson and his wife Cordelia, along with her sister Gwendolyn and her husband Timothy Demby, were driving on Indian Head Highway when they were rear-ended by a GMC Yukon driven by this man, 36-year-old Harry Easter.
His blood alcohol level in this incident was 3 times the legal limit. His vehicle was traveling almost 90 miles an hour in a 55-mile-an-hour zone, and he never touched the brakes before hitting the vehicle. Today,
a jury made up of all women except 2 men took less than an hour and a half to come back and find the defendant guilty on all counts. Eugene Johnson's daughter Nikita says she misses her dad every day.
He won't be in any of our wedding photos, and that's something that we'll remember. Yeah. He worked for the Army, but he was also a magician. He had a love for magic. He was called the Magical Genie.
There were lots of hugs and tears as the family remembered the 3 victims.
I used to tell him, "Skippy, you're my favorite nephew." And he would say, "And Rose, I'm your only nephew."
We miss all 3 of them. They were just excellent citizens, and but God had his way, and he had his way today. So we just say thank you.
My wife was a loving wife, a loving mother, and loving grandmother to her kids. Hopefully this will give us closure, and we can all move on and continue our lives.
Now Harry Easter faces 33 years in prison. He is set to be sentenced on July the 18th at the courthouse in Upper Marlboro. I'm Sonia Srivastava for CTV News.
And following the verdict, Judge Tony Clark revoked Easter's bond. Well, it's been 2 days since the Oklahoma tornadoes transformed the lives and landscape for residents living in the town of Moore. The American Red Cross has deployed more than 300 emergency vehicles to provide immediate services to the victims of the tornadoes. A spokesperson for the organization says nearly 400 Oklahoma residents are staying in nearby shelters. Officials are asking Marylanders to lend a helping hand by making monetary donations.
If somebody wants to contribute, one way is to text Red Cross, one word, to 90999, and that will contribute $10 to help people in need. Or you can also do that on our website, the redcross.org website, on the drop-down menu. Or if you want to call, it's 1-800-RED-CROSS. 91 cents of every dollar goes directly to provide service.
And to find out information on loved ones, log on to redcross.org and click the Safe and Well tab. Well, crews in Oklahoma continue to sift through the rubble to find the missing. Meantime, many are reaching out to help, including Prince George's County Police Officer Chris Johnson. Denise Douglas has the details.
Everyone is reaching out to help the victims of the Oklahoma City tornadoes, and this area is no exception. A Prince George's County police officer who also runs a nonprofit called Heroes for the Homeland has set up this trailer right here to collect items for the victims of the Oklahoma storm. Johnson is hoping to fill it with 5,000 pounds of food and supplies. Then he and other volunteers are going to drive it down to the devastated areas. As you know, at least 24 people were killed when that storm ripped through the city of Moore. Hundreds of others were injured. That twister left behind flattened homes, buildings, cars, and uprooted lots of other things in its path. Like so many others, Johnson has connected with the pain that the victims are feeling and says he wants to help. You can help too by bringing canned goods and other supplies right here to the trailer at the Fraternal Order of Police in Upper Marlboro. Specifically, what kind of supplies are they looking for? I'm here on their website, also looking for rakes, shovels, brooms, bottled water, sunscreen, bug spray, and you can log on to heroesforthehomeland.org to see everything that they are looking for. For now, I'm Denise Douglas in Upper Marlboro, CTV News.
And you have until June 1st to take your donations to the trailer at 2905 Old Largo Road in Upper Marlboro. Volunteers plan to head to Oklahoma on June 2nd. Well, if you haven't signed up for Prince George's emergency notification system, officials are urging you to do it now. Residents who register for Notify Me will receive real-time alerts ranging from weather to traffic. In the event of an emergency, subscribers will also get an email on all registered devices. The county's Office of Emergency Management shares a few other precautionary measures that residents should follow.
You start with building a plan. Communications plan, and next you want to prepare a kit. But what history has shown is any event, you should be prepared to stand on your own for the first 72 hours. That includes making sure you have food, water, all the essentials for the first 72 hours.
And to sign up for emergency alerts, log on to notifyme.princegeorgescountymd.gov or text Notify Me to 411-912. Well, when she's not helping make state laws, she heads the Maryland Black Caucus or mentors at-risk youth on the weekends. Now Delegate Aisha Brave Boy is hoping to bring that experience to the Attorney General's office to serve as legal counsel for the state.
As an attorney, I provide pro bono legal services for individuals who are facing foreclosure. So I've worked with our current Attorney General to host workshops around the county to inform residents of the settlement agreement, what their rights and responsibilities are under those agreements, and to give them an opportunity to either stay in their home, to get principal reductions, or to get a one-time cash payment for those whose homes were foreclosed upon prior to the settlement agreement.
If you are to get this position, you would be making history. Tell us about that.
I would be making history. I would be the first woman and also the first African American to be the Attorney General of the state of Maryland.
At the State House, Brave Boy serves on the House Economic Matters Committee.
One of the responsibilities of the Attorney General is to interpret state law, and as lawmakers we create laws, so I'm very familiar with the lawmaking process. In addition to that, the Attorney General provides counsel to all of the state agencies, and I'm very familiar with the state agencies, having created laws that would apply to many of these agencies. So I think that my experience as a legislator will be extremely helpful in that position.
And Brave Boy has resided in District 25 for most of her life. The district serves several areas, including Upper Marlboro, Forestville, and District Heights.